So when you start with this, you have an idea of where you want it to go and what you want it to look like. And what I imagine when I look at this is I'm seeing, a low dune that's going to slope down into a walkway that leads up to the water. I've done this in the painting before. I mean, this is not a new concept to me, but when you start visualizing what you want the lay of the land to be like. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to get just a little bit of Van Dyke brown. Remember how we kind of scrubbed the shadows in up here? It's an indication. It's not a hard line. It's just an indication. And we're going to use the same type of light scrubbing and blending to contour the sand into the land the way we want it. I'm going to use a little bit stiffer of a brush for this. Yeah, I like that one better. I don't think that other one would have given me what I wanted. I'm going to use a stiffer bristled fan brush on this because, like I said, I'm contouring it and I'm scrubbing it, and I'm kind of making it up as I go. All right, so like I said, right here I see the dune coming across and down. Kind of seeing. It slopes down a little bit, not real drastically. It's just a slight slope. So I'm going to start creating that slope just by scrubbing a little bit. Maybe it juts out a little bit as you're starting to come down. See what I mean? Now because we're sloping down gently, and it's not a hard line. It's just kind of giving indication that the sand fell down in there a little bit, creating a little bit of a hill. And it just comes up. Maybe it's only a foot or two, coming up on this like landing almost. Just like that, you're already shaping the land. Kind of comes down a little culvert there where you walk out into the water. And maybe kind of does that on the other side here too. It's got more of a drop off. It's not quite as gentle of a slope. Or maybe it does. However you want your sand to go. See, right now we're already kind of creating a little bit of an alley where you can walk up onto the ocean, onto the beach, just by taking our time. Gently contouring the ground. Very gently. And then we can come down here and just kind of gently blend that in. See what I mean? No hard lines. Not saying this is where the slope starts and this is where the walkway starts. That's not the way the sand works. The wind takes it a little at a time. Maybe a storm came through, washed this edge down a little bit. Alright, so now we've got the basic contour. We've got an elevated side here, a little bit elevated here. Not drastic, not huge hills, not huge dunes, but it slopes down into a nice little walkway, kind of, it's like inviting you to walk up and into the water. So, that being said, now that we've got these, what we're going to do is we're going to put in some grass and some sea oats. Alright, you walk down the shore, you always see those tall stalks that bend and they've got those fuzzy heads on them. Those are sea oats. And they serve a real purpose. What they do is, the root system of this grass and the sea oats, you don't see it obviously, but the root system, it meshes and weaves, and it actually it protects and it protects from erosion on the beach. So it's there naturally, but we also plant that there to conserve the beach and save it from the erosion. So anyway, we with the sun being in the back, we need to create little homes for these oats and this grass to sit, and that's going to create shadows. I'm going to put those shadows in first because I want the grass to sit on them. So we're going to tap in some darker areas with more of the straighter Van Dyke brown versus the tan. Just kind of tap them in a little bit. And bring a couple right up here to the edge. Little shadows. You gotta kind of have a picture in your mind of where you want this grass to be. It's going to sit right on top of each one of these little shadows. Don't make it symmetrical. Just random little spots of shadow and dirt. Put some up here too. And when we plant the sea oats, we plant them near the edge of the area that we want to conserve to set up a boundary. Like, the sea oats are going to be closer to the water because that's where the erosion comes during storms and things like that. So you get this root systems build up on the very edge of the dune where you don't want it to erode. So we're going to put some nice groups of sea oats right up here against the edge. Yeah, don't put it out too well. Just kind of scrub them in a little bit. And by doing this, we're still contouring the ground. Giving it texture. Even these layer spots are still going to have little divots where the wind blew the sand, or make our little alleyway a little bit more pronounced. If you get it too pronounced, just blend it out. There we go. Look at that nice gentle slope. A little sliding board right down into our alley. Alright, now that we've got our shadows in here for where our grass is going to go, let's texture that a little bit. Maybe we hit it with a little bit of white there. Remember when I said layers? We had the base sand, and then we had our shadows. And we had some more texture right on top of those shadows. Texture. I like it. It's too light, tap it to blend it in. All right. Step back. Take a look and see where we may need to darken up some of this. While we're doing this, I'm going to show you how we're going to make little divot marks. They're going to look like somebody was walking there to really bring that to life. Take their smallest fan brush, just our real little guy here. You can see that. We're going to come in with the Van Dyke Brown. We're going to make some little half moon divots. Just randomly placed. Right down our walkway. And as we get closer, they get a little bit bigger. Like little half moons. Heel marks where dozens of people walked that day. On their way up to the beach in the water. Take that, I'm just going to gently mess them up. Gently blend, don't over blend them in. Just like that. You got a bunch of footprints going right up to your beach. Next storm comes through and washes them away, you'll never know anybody was there.